and welcome to our show, Geeks Wired Podcast, where we talk about video games, movies, TV, comic books, technology, and TLDR, the Internet of Things. My name is Bill, and we have Anthony.
Hello, Bill, and
Hi.
listeners.
And you can contact us by emailing us at geekswired@gmail.com, or text us, or leave us a voicemail at 801-896-GEEK. That is 801-896-4335. You also can help support us by going to our Patreon at patreon.com/geekswired, where you get access to the podcast early, and it's super helpful to us. We appreciate it.
Yes.
We're just going to jump into it. There is, with the end of 2020, I don't know.
You had a picture fall.
That'll happen. The end of 2020,
Yes.
and pictures falling off the walls.
Yes.
We have...
Oh, we're talking about that one first?
We're going to talk about this one first.
Okay.
And then we're going to talk about... I'm going to ask you a question.
Oh, okay.
Because you get something that I don't. But there is DJ Earworm every year comes out with a mashup of top songs and does a giant mashup on YouTube, and you can listen to it. Really cool. But what did you think of it? You've never heard of DJ Earworm before?
No, I haven't. And like I've listened to lots of mashups before, but this was like top.
Yeah.
Like really good. Like most of my stuff I think comes from, I think he's called One Board Jew.
Yeah.
Or something like that, but he does a lot of mashups, and he basically releases one every couple of days. So if you ever get bored and want mashups, then there you go. But this one is just like, you can tell a lot of time was put into it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just the song. It also has the video mixed in with it too, like the music video for the song.
Yeah, he takes like sections of them singing certain lines, and
But you can like, there's a basic, like the song. There's a basic song. Like there's a song that's carried out through the whole thing, isn't there? Like it's the base of the mashup.
no, I think the bass, the background sound also changes, and that's what's nice is that he's able to transition them.
Because I thought I heard The Weeknd in there a lot,
It's possible.
and I thought that was the bass one.
So he's been doing this since 2008.
Every year.
Every year.
Every year.
2008, 2009, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 2020.
He doesn't have the 2020 on in there.
Well, it hasn't been added to the list yet, because it's only 2008, 2019 on this particular list.
Slacker. No,
He'll add in. It's a new song.
it is a new song. Oh, this one only has, that doesn't have near the views. The 2018 or 2008 one. What's the 2019 one have?
I'm trying to remember. I want to say, when was YouTube's big?
YouTube Rewind?
Yeah, the popular one.
The first one?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think 2012?
Let's go with that one, because I feel like it was bigger.
No, it's only got 14. Oh, 14. Okay, it's only got 14 million.
Yeah, it only got 14 million.
I didn't see the other comma in there.
This came out on the 10th.
So it's been out longer than I thought.
Wow. That actually, it's only got 103,000.
But he's gotten 30,000 views. Like 30,000 of those views have come from today. Like in the last 12 hours.
So yeah, since you would.
Because I looked at it this morning and he was at like 75, 73,000, something like that.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it dropped off. 13 was a little bit lower. Only 10. Oh, there we go. 14, 26 million. Is that better for you? 2014
Yes.
was 26 million.
I lied. It was at 97,000 this morning.
Ah.
I'm dyslexic apparently. I really want to know when the first YouTube Rewind was. I can figure it out.
Okay. Yeah, he's kind of been losing some of the...
YouTube Rewind.
Yeah, last year was only 1 million. And I'll bet last year's I didn't feel like was all that grand. But this year I definitely feel like they did a better job, but I think it reminded
being
part of the TikTok thing this year. It felt like a lot of TikTok videos and songs thrown together. So that might be why I maybe enjoyed it a little bit more. Though I also realized that I had never actually watched most of these videos.
Like the music videos?
Yeah.
I mean, no one does. And it was 2012 that was the good one, by the way. Apparently there was a 2011 though.
Oh.
Which I didn't know about.
Yeah, neither did anybody else.
Oh. It's because it was a different format. It was someone just talking.
That's Friday girl. What's her name?
Rebecca Black.
Yes.
I didn't notice that until you started saying something.
I was like,
and it didn't zoom in on her face until that point.
Yeah. Oh, I think I just like there was just not. Yeah.
That was shortly after No, when was that?
The
Friday. Maybe that was 2011. It was either that or 2012.
I would almost go
9 years ago. So 2011.
Yeah, because I would say she wasn't really anybody until that song came out, or she wasn't popular.
And then she was like, people got annoyed over like this. Has she put any more music out besides that?
Thanksgiving.
She
has a Thanksgiving. Click on her profile. She has a Thanksgiving song.
Oh,
she might even have a Thursday song.
Rebecca. And she still puts out stuff a lot.
Yeah, there you
go. Sort by uploads.
And the oldest.
Just kidding. Can't do it that way.
Does she still put out songs?
Plus songs that nope. Collabs, covers. Let's look at this way. Let me try Spotify.
Not having any luck. So, being introduced to DJ Earworm.
Yeah.
And not being a super TikTok person, because like I said, I think I may have enjoyed it because there's a lot of TikTok songs in there. Felt like. What did you think? Was it good?
I already told you it was top.
Top mashup?
Okay. I'm not going to say it's top, like a top mashup. It's just top.
Okay.
Like I think that's a British slang.
You young kids and your slangs.
I don't even know why I have that. No, I do know why, but top. Not what I wanted.
Urban Dictionary.
Top slang. If I can spell right. Yeah, this is basically great, awesome, excellent.
Yeah. Oh,
I went to a concert the other night. It was top.
I see. I think it was lit.
I mean, that's the American version, yes.
Well, it's the modern American version. Do you know what lit used to mean?
No, what did it used to mean?
It used to mean high.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Hanging out also had a different meaning too.
Yeah. Then actually he does have like BTS's back on DJ Earworms. He does have BTS's top song, and because this is the #1 song on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah, they're Dynamite. They ended up overtaking. I don't remember who they overtook because I think I remember vaguely hearing about.
Explore. Trending.
Oh no! I'm talking about top views of all time.
Oh, did it beat Gangnam Style?
Dude, welcome to this. At the end of this decade. I understand that was 2012. But Gangnam hasn't been on the list for I'd say 7 years.
Yeah. Do you know it broke the view counter?
Yeah, that's really sad because the numbers on that is so much.
I think it was the first video I think to hit 1 billion, and the YouTube view counter wasn't set up to do that because
no one would ever get that many.
No one did before that. That was one of the first. That was the first song to the first K-pop song to go viral. Anyways, what are you looking for?
I was actually looking for theirs. See how many views they actually currently had.
Oh. No, just
600,
almost 700 million.
Yeah, came out 3 months ago.
No, now look up Gangnam Style.
Oh,
see how many it has.
I pressed caps lock.
It's like Psy and then...
There.
Did you... No,
Nope,
it's not Gundam. Just type Psy. Oh, goodness. There we... No. I don't... How do you spell this?
Maybe it'll fix me. Nope.
No.
Oh, wait. There.
There it is.
3.88
Yeah, I told you.
million views.
Billion.
Billion? Oh, is that a B?
That's a
oh,
B.
3.8 billion. Wait, how many did...
It only had it had 700 million.
Huh.
I would believe it's the top one for this year.
Maybe it's the top one within the amount of time.
Yes.
That might have been what it was. But yeah. Good. I know it was breaking records. Because I thought Bieber ended up getting
Wait, how much did Gundam Style have view-wise?
3
Oh,
billion.
guess what your favorite song has?
You want to tell the listeners what my favorite song is?
Yeah, it's Yep, there it is.
Well,
Baby Shark.
It's
It's got 7.4 billion.
billion with a B. Is that the top song,
I think it is.
top video?
Like, I don't know how else to look this up, but
All videos over 450 million views. There's only 503 videos
Statistica?
that have that many views.
Yeah, so it goes Baby Shark and then Despacito and then Shape of You, See You Again by Wiz Khalifa. Uptown Funk is like, it's 5 or 6 or something like
7. Mine has numbers next to
Then-
them.
that. Gundam Style is, oh, where did you feed that?
I did a Bing search, and then it sent me to YouTube.
Okay, so this is different. Like, this isn't, I think this one here, the one I'm looking at, is like dynamically made, whereas this is someone who...
No, this is actually this is YouTube's channel.
Oh, is it?
My top 100 videos. It is a channel of theirs, and so all videos that have more than 450 million views are on this list. There are only 503 videos on this list. So imagine how many videos are out on YouTube with the quadrillion
What's the lowest one?
Kuka. The lowest videos?
Yeah, go to the bottom.
Oh,
No.
on this list?
Yes, on this list.
I
Go
was
to the
like,
bottom.
on the ever? I guarantee there's a 0.
Oh, there's definitely a 0. I
Th-
think
so-
I have a video out there that's a 0.
This is going to be a bit.
Oh, it's not even showing the
It's-
view counts.
Yeah, it is. We got to let it load. Oh, that's weird. It was earlier. Huh.
I figured Imagine Dragons would be higher than that.
Which one?
Exactly. Toddler carjacking.
Ah,
I think I've seen that.
so the one with the lowest is Get Ready for YouTube Rewind 2016.
Ooh. And there's a private video on here who has a lot of videos. Or views, apparently.
Yes.
Which means it was probably deleted.
Mm-hmm.
Like, probably a takedown. Catapari.
Yep.
I know that's not how you say the name. Don't yell at me, please. It's not surprising that a lot of the videos that are showing up on here are kids' videos.
Kids and some big music videos.
Yeah, the big music videos, but I was just meaning like the kids' ones isn't surprising to show up on here either. So I'm also not surprised Baby Shark's so high because I imagine they play that in like, well, one, just in general, you especially, and then
On repeat. I tell my thing to reload the page. So fresh count, refresh the VPN, clear the browser, do it all over again.
Bruno Mars.
Yeah. So there's a decent number of...
Yeah, I didn't know this channel was a thing. Evanescence, My Immortal.
Mm-hmm.
That's higher than I thought it would be too.
So yeah, this is where you find a lot of the pop songs. But then, so back on. So I guess DJ Earworm is not. Hopefully he gains more, because this is a very good song.
Yeah, it was good. I liked it. Back to that.
Yes. Which then goes with, so you have Spotify.
Yes.
So you have the Spotify year viewer viewing.
Yep.
You're listening.
Yep. Do you want me to pull it up again?
Were you surprised really by anything?
So it said my most looped song, and I don't know that I believe this, but it was Face Down by the Red Jumpsuit Apparatus.
Yeah.
And I apparently looped it 42 times. I'm pretty sure there's other songs on there that I've looped way more than that, but maybe that was just on YouTube Music. Because my statistics are kind of skewed, because if I want to listen to like punk or not metal, but well, sometimes metal, screamo, or just like emo music sometimes, I'll go to Spotify. But if I want to listen to like, for lack of a better word, weeb music,
yeah,
I go to YouTube Music because I don't want to mess up my Spotify algorithm. Because I've done that before and it did. Which my top third genre was, I think it was Autocore or something like that, which is J-pop mostly. And so did you figure out what that word was a combination of? Can you look it back up on Urban Dictionary, please?
J-pop or the other one?
It's your last tab. Yeah, that one.
The Octacore.
Yeah. So, it doesn't say it on here. Go back, please.
To what?
Just
search?
Yeah, go. Yeah, just go back. Click on that Reddit one, right there. No stupid questions.
Yeah. Great subreddit.
Okay, I don't know how to say this word, but it's like can you Google Japanese shut-in?
All right.
Maybe that'll bring it up.
I can spell.
Oh, that's not it either. It starts with an O. Anyways, it's a mashup.
All right.
It's a mashup of the two words, and yeah. So yeah, that was my third one. Where was I going with this?
Octacore, your third most popular.
Yeah.
With it.
Oh, and then just the Spotify thing in general. Let me turn this down so it doesn't come up again. And then I think that was my top third one on here. Yeah. My second one was Touch Fluffy Tail. That was my second top song, which I thought I've looped more than 42 times, but whatever.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it is stuff that makes sense to me because Until the Day I Die is something I listen to a lot. The River by Good Charlotte is also another thing. And then Ever Fallen in Love by Thursday, and I only listen to that one a lot because it was on Tony Hawk American Wasteland. Like, it was on the soundtrack, and I like it.
So I felt like Google actually did send out something.
Did they?
But I either one, deleted it, or two, didn't really care.
And Spotify also says I listened to 408 genres this year.
Yeah.
So there must be a lot of subgenres they're including in that.
Hmm.
Because that seems like a lot to me. And then I discovered 1,293 new artists. And in the beginning it said, the longest year ever may not be over yet, but you're...
Which was Dubber Dubber Dur?
Dubber 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 Dur. It was later on, actually. Sorry. And then it said my top decade was 2000s. But...
Oh, no, I know what it gave me a ranking on. My contributions.
Oh, there it is. So at the very end it said, thanks for spending all 67 months of 2020 with us. And I thought it was a typo at first, but I think they're playing off the idea that everybody, including myself, thinks that this has been the longest year ever.
Yeah.
And I guess we could segue into your Reddit post that you sent to me earlier about the Google search trends, because it's kind of related.
Yeah.
So the year started off with Kobe getting in an accident in a helicopter.
Kobe Bryant.
Yep. And I thought that was like way further ago.
No, that's how the year started.
Yeah, it started in January.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it, like, I remember, but... And then it's just interesting to see the spikes, and then, like, some of it, a lot of it spikes, and then it kind of either levels off or stays close to the same. Some of it's literally spikes, and then it's gone. And then... Like,
and a lot of stuff did. So I'm more surprised. And the spikes don't surprise me. I'm surprised at how much stuff stuck, or what things stuck around and what things didn't.
well, what surprised you that stuck around?
Let's see. TikTok. That was one, actually. Like, TikTok, I
Was
felt
this popular
more,
as it is? I don't know.
but I felt like it was in spikes. Like, it kept on like, oh, it's popular. It's super popular. Because, like, it even started off the year on a kind of high note. Google Classroom. Yes, there's definitely some trends in that for school, but it still felt like it started off a little bit higher. Death, interesting that it's so high up on the list. Tesla stock. That was one I remember hearing stuff about, but it was in like waves. And I was like, why are you...
I didn't hear about the Tesla stock.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I heard every once in a while about vaccines. Yeah, it definitely picked up along towards the end of the year, but it was fairly high compared to a lot of this stuff versus what I expected.
And there's no scale on this. It's just
True.
like blips, which for this, the data is more just like how much it stayed up there. And what surprised me that stayed up there, well, not surprised me, but was interesting was, where did it go? Unemployment. Because it had that huge, like, it went from going like nothing to a pretty like linear spike up to the top, and then it's just slowly been coasting down. It's still like 4 times as high as it was when the year started.
Okay, I was also seeing if that was just U.S. or if that was the world.
No, it might be the world because there's stuff on there about there's a match between New Zealand and I think it was the Indian Premier League or something like that.
Oh.
Like there's other stuff on here that's not U.S.
True.
But there you go. Searches.
So there, I also I'll put this in the show notes too. This is from Google, the Google Trends. You can sort through.
I didn't know they had this either.
Yeah, this is actually a great way to find out what's being talked about currently. All this other stuff.
All of those games make sense. Among Us, Fall Guys, and then Genshin Impact. And you know what Genshin Impact is?
No.
It's basically Breath of the Waifus.
Ah.
It's a Breath of the Wild clone.
Yeah.
Well, it's calling it a clone is doing it a disservice, but it's like the art style's that way, and it's just very anime-esque, and it has a lot of waifus in it. What people would call a waifu, at least.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, this is just interesting, and the 2 presidential candidates.
Presidential.
Yeah, U.S. presidential, sorry. They spiked at around the same time that the U.S. election results spiked, but...
That's something else. I'm surprised that Donald Trump wasn't higher more often. Like, there's stuff on this list that I expected him to be at a higher rate.
So this is just people searching for this. It's not necessarily...
Yeah, I guess maybe that's why.
And I'm actually surprised that it's... But it could be stuff like me, or not stuff like me, like people doing what I did, because a lot of the time when I wanted to just look at Trump's Twitter just to see what interesting stuff he's said, I just Googled Donald Trump Twitter.
Ah.
And so I'm probably in that percentage a lot. That's probably me in there. So. I gotta sign back in.
Aw.
Yay. Okay. What else are you looking up?
That was like just year in search,
Mm.
2020. So you can look at the trends, support small business. You can just look through or you can watch a video about it. It's at the bottom of the trends page.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the Google Trends, these are the most searched things. These aren't the trends like the Reddit one, which I was trying to see where they got it from. I'm sure there's a way to get to it.
But I think they normally post the source.
Yeah, you're right. Awesome. It varies.
There it is.
Author citation.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
They cited
There we go.
a Reddit post.
Yes. But that Reddit post cited literally what I just ended up back at.
Yep. So they must have looked at the... No, go back up a little bit. Now click on that graph thing on the right. Yeah, that. That's not what I was expecting it to be.
No, it was not.
Like at all. It took you to a video of a kid washing their hands.
Yeah, you sing happy birthday twice, and that's how long you should wash your hands for. That's 20 seconds. That's what I was saying.
Oh, you know that, not my watch, but the newer Apple Watches have a hand wash timer on there.
You know, you can actually tell Google to
Yeah, you can.
sing the wash your hands or help you wash your hands.
Mm-hmm. The Google told me about that a lot.
Yeah.
I was very annoyed about it.
My Google tells me to do it every time I actually name. Well, it didn't last time, but usually when I name something to set a timer based off of something I'm cooking.
Really?
Yeah, it's like, oh, you're cooking, so you should be washing your hands before, during, after, while you're prepping food.
Huh.
So, remind me to, or tell me to, help you wash your hands, and I will sing a song.
That's weird.
Meh.
I wish there was a way to turn that off, but there's not. Unfortunately. Which is one reason why I'm probably going to get rid of everything. Besides my HomePods.
Don't worry, Apple will start doing it too.
They haven't yet.
Yet. Ha 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 ha.
I don't know. Yeah. Speaking of Apple.
All right.
Yay! We don't have to spend that much time on this one.
I don't know which one you're talking about.
That one. The Facebook.
All right.
The ad stuff. What was the thing you wanted to ask me on the other one? Did you already ask me it?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, never mind. Carry on.
Because you get this cool thing like, what did you listen to? I don't get that cool thing. At least not that I know of. At least Google doesn't really talk about it.
I think Spotify is the only one that does it.
And the only thing is, this is their third year doing it?
Spotify?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least it becoming a big, everybody is...
I remember everybody posting about it last year. I didn't post about it, but I recorded the video because that's the only way to share it. Because I was going to share you the link, but it doesn't actually share the results to you. It would just take you to where you would see yours. I think, which was really weird, but... Yeah. But, the ad stuff. So, what was your take on this? How much did you read into it?
I was skimming through it. I'm assuming you read.
I read probably more of it than you did, but I didn't read the whole thing. But basically, Apple, they put out a thing a couple months ago, and I think this is way back when they were announcing that this version of iOS was coming out soon. Or not coming out soon, but this is what the features will be in the latest version when they started releasing the developer previews and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they said that they were going to start locking down how stuff can track you, basically. And if you scroll down a tiny bit over here, that's probably good enough. Basically, Apple's locked down how it tracks how companies can track you.
Yeah.
A lot. And They already pushed off one that was going to be activated by a couple of months because a lot of companies are complaining that they didn't have enough time to address this feature. Like, what I'm going to call a feature, but what they probably are tearing their hair out on. And now Facebook has... So they basically launched a PR assault. I'm just going to read it word for word. Against Apple on Wednesday, proclaiming that the iPhone maker's upcoming changes to its mobile operating system will hurt small businesses' ability to target advertising and app makers' ability to offer free content. The fact that they put small business in there, I'm pretty sure they don't care anything about.
Yeah.
It's just a buzzword.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't... I'm not surprised that Facebook did this, but it's hilarious to me, and I'm all for it.
So Google also started going in and setting up their cookies, so they wouldn't be able to track easy. Everyone was going to have to change how the cookies were going to work. They weren't going to be able to leave the initial site.
So on Android, whenever you do whenever app asks for your location, do you have the option to specify how precise it is?
I can do while using the app or all the time.
Oh. So with the latest version iOS...
Or never. I can also lock it down.
So they have that, but you can also make it to where...
Or...
It will only, if you have precise mode off, all they can get basically is the city that you're in.
Oh.
Or they can get you within a 5 or 10 mile radius or something like that.
I know there is in maps some stuff, especially sharing with friends and family. If you share your map location, but that's old. That's super old. I think everything else is just whether it's always use, never use only while using the app, or only use for this time.
Yeah, use once.
Yeah.
All right, so that was just what I was wondering. So, yeah, it's just there's not a whole lot I want to say on this. It's just kind of funny to me that Facebook is doing this, and I'm not sure how, because they're doing it it's called a PR assault, but I'm pretty sure all this is going to do is just make people mad at Facebook.
You mean
because people want their privacy
more?
I mean more, yeah. More mad than they already are.
Yeah.
Because, Facebook has... They've basically not been out of the public light since the last election. As far as, privacy goes, I mean.
Yeah.
Because, I don't even remember what it was called. Something Analytica.
Oh, yeah.
Cambridge Analytica. So, yeah, that's all.
Okay.
That's all I got. Do we have time to talk about your other stuff? Yeah, we got a little time. If you want the time.
I do kind of want to talk about... Yes.
Okay. What do you want to talk about?
So Disney announced the new shows coming to Disney Plus.
I haven't heard anything about this.
So, real quick, before you end up seeing it, what Star Wars shows do you know of on Disney Plus right now?
Baby Yoda.
Mandalorian, yes.
Baby Yoda.
Grogu, yes.
The cartoon. I can't remember what it's called.
Okay, so one of them is on Disney. So, Rebels, I think it's Rebels, is on. Now you're making me question it. Anyway, I think it's going to be on Disney Plus. And then there's the old ones, Clone Wars.
Yeah, Clone Wars. That's what I was talking about.
Oh, the Clone Wars is the old one. Yeah, that one's been around. And then there is...
That's all I know.
Oh, okay.
Are the movies even on there?
Yeah.
Okay. And the movies.
Okay.
All of them?
I think they're all old enough to be on there now. So yeah, there's Clone Wars, and I'm pretty sure there's Rebels, and I forgot the third one's called. That's currently it's been out, but so
there's new shows.
there will be new shows, and those new shows shall include Visions, Mandalorian another season, Lando, Droids, Rogue Squadron, Rangers of the New Republic, Ahsoka, Andor, Bad Batch, super excited for that one, Obi-Wan Kenobi, super excited for that one too, and Acolyte. And that's just the Star Wars list. The non-Star Wars list is Children of Blood and Bone, Willow, and Indiana Jones. Actually, I'm really excited for Ahsoka too.
So they're going all in on Star Wars.
Oh yeah, Star Wars is their
Well,
bread
it's their
and butter right now.
And it's probably going to be for a while because
yeah.
people love Star Wars.
Yes.
I kind of wish Star Trek got that much love.
Well, CBS is kind of doing it.
No, they are now. Like, they've been, in my opinion, hitting it out of the park with Discovery. And
also, CBS didn't own the movies until they got their hands on Paramount again.
Again.
Yes, again. For the second time. Maybe third. I don't know.
Well, it's like ExxonMobil. They got split up before into Exxon and Mobil. And now they're ExxonMobil again.
Yeah.
Ma Bell hasn't done that yet. Well, actually, they kind of have. Almost. AT&T's pretty big.
Yeah, in various parts and things.
Anyways, Star Trek.
So, yeah.
Star Wars.
Star Wars. Yes, Star Wars.
Are you excited? How much of these are live action and how much of them are cartoons?
I think they're all live action.
Oh, really?
They have they have actors for Ahsoka and Obi-Wan Kenobi. They are bringing back Hayden Christensen.
Okay.
Do you know who that is?
Actor names don't mean anything to me.
Anakin Skywalker.
Probably the first three.
Well, the second and third one.
Was
Not
it
the
not
first.
the first one?
The-
Oh, because
It was child Anakin, not adult Anakin, not teenager
so adult Anakin would be like 20 years older now, right? 20, 30?
ish. Yeah,
Like IRL?
in IRL.
Okay. So because I wasn't sure if
so
they were
was
going to use the kid.
Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
So was Ewan McGregor. Ewan McGregor is old. So there's talk of Ewan McGregor, Liam Neeson, and Hayden Christensen. So Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon, and Darth Vader / Anakin.
So they're bringing all those back, huh?
That is just the Obi-Wan Kenobi movie or TV show.
So what's Visions?
Visions is, I don't know.
Okay.
That is one I didn't really look into, and I'm not 100% sure what
What's
they were
Lando?
going. Lando Calrissian.
I'm giving Bill questioning eyes.
And you have listeners actually yelling at you right now.
Oh, I'm sure.
Do you want me to pull up a picture of Lando Calrissian?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
I'm not a Star Wars buff. I enjoy it, but I'm what people would call a casual. Okay.
Lando.
It's actually kind of what I thought, but
Okay. And I think...
of course you'd say that.
What?
'Cause
Of course what?
I'm just saying, of course I'd say that. That's
Oh.
what I was thinking. Because there's no way to prove me wrong.
So the actor in the latest Han Solo movie is going to play in the Lando TV show.
Okay.
And let's see. What is the other stuff in there? So droids. I don't know which droids they're going to be. I don't know the time period for Lando. I think Obi-Wan is... I was confused, but I thought it was going to be pre-episode 1.
I would kind of hope it would be, because that would be kind of cool.
But if they're bringing in Hayden Christensen, that means it has to be post-episode 3.
That would also be kind of cool. Because there's a big gap between 3 and 4, isn't there? No, there's not.
It's a couple of years.
Is there?
There's a... Let's see.
No, because didn't 3 end with the kids being born, basically?
Oh, okay. Okay, it'd be like...
And then 4 was...
It's like 15, 16
Oh,
years.
never mind. No, there's a gap, for sure.
Yeah, you're right. So it's like... Because he's an older teenager. They're older teenagers. And see, that's where you do the Wikipedia. If you want the timeline, go to the Wookie.
And are any of these shows going to be like in the past, or are they all going to... Well, by in the past, I mean in the far past, like more than 100 years.
They haven't released that information to my knowledge.
Because that would be cool, because that's like, that stuff's a lot. Really
I know
interesting.
some of them cannot be. So Ahsoka is happening during Mandalorian.
Because which one is Ahsoka?
Ahsoka is Anakin's Padawan.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
See, if you're into the Clone Wars or Rebels, you know who she is.
Okay, yeah.
Beyond that,
she's not human, right?
no, she's not.
Okay.
I forgot her race is called. I'm kind of feeling ashamed right now because I should know that. The Bad Batch. I didn't even look this up. I just know what that is, and that is...
I thought that said Bad Witch.
Oh, the Bad Batch is a set of clones that had issues when they were made. Some of them have special, and because of this, they do not act, or they do not look or act like the other clones. But because of their uniqueness, they also have they're very, very special, unique skills. Like one of them can just pick up a tank.
So if they're the Bad Batch, how come they're still around?
It depends on what timeline this is.
Mm.
So as I said, they're covering ranges. Because the thing is, the Bad Batch...
So it's not all the same timeline?
Well, the Bad Batch could technically be happening during Mandalorian and Ahsoka because... Wait, is that right? Yes, because that is... No, well, they would be like 20 years older. They'd be old clones.
Well, because the reason why I'm like... Because if it's different... Like in Star Trek, they can do different timelines because they've shown canonically that you can jump between timelines, not pretty easily, but it happens.
Yeah.
Whereas in Star Wars, I don't think... Has that happened canonically? Or is the timeline just like a what-if scenario?
The timeline... No, they jump between timelines. That's what the books and the comic books are.
Okay.
Like, they fill in holes. So they have this giant storyline, and that's what Disney has this, like... Unlike what Lucas did, Disney has this, like, big old lock on it to try to make sure that everything works in... together. And unfortunately, even though they have the big lock to make sure everything, nothing conflicts each other, I should say, because they don't always work together. The movies are the prime example of that. Because I was thinking about that with 7, 8, and 9. Is 7 really built up a lot of stuff for like the Knights of Kylo and Snoke and all this? And then 8 was like, yeah, we're just going to skirt around these things. And then 9 was like, yeah, let's just, those really cool characters we made, we should just kill them.
Yeah.
And that's like, what's her name? Phasma? Oh, Phasma is like her book. I was expecting her in 9. Absolutely. I was expecting her character to show up in
Phasma?
Silver Stormtrooper.
Okay.
With a cape. With a red cape. The stuff that she had gone through way before she ended up joining the First Order. Oh, she is just conniving, and she is strong, and she is... Like, honestly, her part with Brienne of Tarth, where she was on Game of Thrones, that character is weak in comparison to what Phasma was.
That was the same actor?
That is the same actress,
okay.
Yes.
Didn't know that.
Yes.
Now you know.
Ta-da! I know, she wore the mask the entire time in the Star Wars, up until the very end.
Yeah.
But I think you only saw her eye, actually.
I don't remember that movie at all, apparently.
That's all right.
I barely remember 9.
It's all right.
I just know that in the 6th... Not 6th, 7th?
7, 8, 9?
When did they burn down or blow up the
big Star Wars? Or the big... the third
no,
Death Star?
No, not that. Where she got the book from.
Oh, that was. Oh, she supposedly burned it down, or he supposedly.
Well, I mean, they definitely blew it up, but she grabbed the book, but the person, like, Obi-Wan? Yeah, or whoever was watching it thought that the book was just gone. And so that they weren't going to repeat the previous mistakes or something like that.
You mean Luke?
Yeah, Luke, that's what I meant. Sorry.
I was like, wait, what?
My brain's all scrambled today. I'm going to piss off a lot of people.
Meh. No, see, I'm inclusive.
It's okay.
Do you know what BBY means when you're looking at the timeline in Star Wars?
I knew this at one point before.
Okay, how about this? When does year 0 happen? Do you know that one?
I did. I knew
Now that I
it.
put you on the spot, you're like, nah.
No, I mean, even if you hadn't put me on the spot, I wouldn't remember it.
The end.
You've told me this. I just don't remember.
Episode 4.
Oh, I thought it was way earlier
Wait,
than
yeah, I'm pretty sure. Before the Battle of Yavin.
that. Yeah. Battle of Yavin. There's a lot of stuff here.
Oh yeah, there's tons of stuff in here, and this is all the canon stuff. This isn't the, pre-Disney buying. This is Disney has built a lot of stuff into it.
So is this the stuff? Does this include the stuff that they've wrote off as not canon anymore?
No, that is called Legends.
Oh, so this is not Legends. This is everything. Like, this is the official stuff.
Yeah.
Like, what Disney has deemed official.
Yes, which Disney deemed official at the time, the 6 movies and Clone Wars. So that is...
That's a lot cut out.
Yeah, they did. They cut out a lot.
And does that include... Okay, so that would be all the books, too, are just gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and there was a lot of hokiness that happened in the books.
There was. I remember actually reading some books because they actually had a lot of those at the library in my town, oddly enough. I wanted to get into them more. Never did. I think I read one book. I don't even remember what it was. And maybe that's why I didn't read more, because they were kind of boring. Maybe they were boring. I don't know. I was like 10.
Well, it created a lot of issues. And okay, I was right. It was the end of episode 4.
What is?
Battle of Yavin.
Oh, okay.
When they blew up the Death Star the first time.
That never made sense to me, how they were able to make a second Death Star that fast.
Money.
I know,
Hey,
but...
No, you work in, developments and all
actually,
that.
does money...
Don't you know that when you throw more money and more people at something, it makes things build faster?
Okay. Depending on the project, and I'm not meaning like programming here,
Yeah.
adding more people does make it faster.
To a point.
To a point.
There's
But it also
there's a
depends. There's a curve for sure, but some industries, that just doesn't work.
Yeah.
Even if, like, for programming, even if you know, like, everything about a language or whatever, you don't know anything about the project, so you're still going to have to spend time to spin that person up. And this is basically the Mythical Man month. You can't have 9 dudes make a baby in 1 month. Doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
It's still going to take 9 months. Ish. So, no, it still has always bothered me because I guess, like, if you're an empire, money doesn't necessarily, because, I don't know, do the clones get paid? Do the people...
They're military.
Do they... Okay. So, yes or no? Because depending on the country...
True. Well, they're kept alive. They're done this. They are created for... I'm not even sure what... I don't think they were officially paid.
Okay.
And even when the Empire came around and offered them a chance to join the Empire, basically the clones were like, peace, we're out.
Yeah.
We're just not going to get in your way, and you guys don't get in our way. And they didn't really go into a lot of that because they still had special set of skills, so they were able to make money doing certain things. Instead, they brought up those with some of the clones.
Ahsoka.
Yes.
Okay. No. Why I ask is, how much slavery did they do? Any?
Lots.
I don't remember. Okay.
No, Ahsoka's race is entire slavery. Don't you remember, like, with Jabba the Hutt, the palace with one of her from her race, the dancing girls? Her entire race, like, if you don't get into an upper society through her race, you are enslaved, or you're
a slave.
Yeah.
Okay. So the reason why I ask is because at that point, if you had people like slavery or at least servitude, just building all your stuff, and their payment was one, they didn't like you kept them alive like the clones, and then you fed them and just basically made their life to a point where they're okay, content, maybe not happy, but they're not gonna cause a revolt.
But you also forget that the clones were created to follow the rules of the Jedi.
Yeah.
So they didn't know anything else until that's the thing. They even had inhibitors built in, so they weren't aggressive. Well, Boba Fett, he was a clone that wasn't sped up in his age, and he didn't have those inhibitors put in, or the Order 66 either.
Yeah. So the reason, okay, back to where I was getting at, because if you don't have to worry about paying anybody, then really all you're worried about is just materials at that point. And so, assuming you had the Force...
But you're thinking about the Republic, not the Empire.
Anyways, that still seems like a long... really... Because that was only like a couple years, right? Between the first Death Star and the second one.
Okay, so the clones were... Okay, I see where you're getting this. The clones...
Or were they already building it?
Okay, the first Death Star was actually being built... early,
like I'd believe they were working on that one for a while.
They had been. That's
I just want to know how long it took them to make the second one, or to get the second one mostly constructed, because it wasn't done.
Technically, it would have taken from till the movie, till they ended up seeing in the movie, which would have been.
Oh, so were they? Were they working on both at the same time, basically?
No.
Oh. Because I just want to know how long it took. And I know this is me, a 21st century person, saying that that's really fast. And maybe that's... I was going to say maybe in the future, but it's not the future. It's in the far past. But maybe they have the capacity. Maybe it's all drones building it. I don't know. Actually, I think that was before drones were really a big thing. Like in pop culture, I mean. So no one really thought of it. Because like in Star Trek, most stuff is like repairs at least are handled by drone. So really all you're worried about at that point is energy and materials.
Yeah. Trying to find...
and that you can scale by adding more stuff.
Ooh.
Because it's mechanical.
So, what timeline is it? 35? So it's about 35. So it took them about 35 years to build that much.
Really?
That's estimately around the 35 is estimately about the...
And how big is it?
Small moon.
Like our moon or smaller moon than that?
Remember, they thought it was a small moon until they got closer to it.
How big was the Death Star? 160 kilometers in diameter. And for you American peeps, 100 miles.
So this is the only thing about actually all three Death Stars. Every last one of them. Every last one of their destructions. I'm talking about Starbase Killer in episode 7 also.
Oh.
Yes, so I was talking about all three.
That one's way bigger, isn't it?
Oh, it's a planet.
Yeah,
it's
it is
literal
a
planet.
And it's a planet that it appeared to at least have the same gravity as Earth, but
yeah. So
it also looked smaller than that,
but
too.
But the destruction of all three of these things, if you think about it, took major chunks out of those people's military.
Yeah.
Especially the Death Stars themselves, because they were hollow. There were stuff inside them.
Yeah.
There were rooms and all this. They were giant. Yeah.
They were basically colony ships.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, they functioned that way at least.
Starbase Killer, a literal planet.
How big is the moon? I'd ask an assistant that, but I don't want to trigger anybody else's.
Yes.
Oh, maybe I can do this. I want to try this.
You're going to break it. It's not working.
How big is the moon?
Not big enough.
Oh, it's not working.
Ah.
It failed me. I'll just do it by hand. The moon has a radius of 1,000 miles.
I might have been wrong on that timeline.
Okay, so it really is a small moon.
Oh no, there was stuff that was happening. I was wrong on that timeline, apparently.
Timeline on what?
The episode 7. Or not 7, 6.
What about it?
It wasn't 35.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. It might have been 5.
What was 5?
The second Death Star.
Oh.
35 actually kind of made sense, but...
Like 5 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, maybe that makes sense, and I thought that it was way smaller than it was, or way bigger than it was. Because I actually thought it was moon-sized, because I've never looked it up. And it's hard to tell the scale in the movies.
Mm-hmm.
Which, makes sense. So... So how much practical effects do you think are going to be in these live actions going forward? Any?
About as much as I'd expect in that's been Mando or Mandalorian.
And how much practical effects did they use on that?
I know it's been a decent amount, but it's been good, I guess.
By practical, you know what I mean by that, right?
You're talking about CGI, or you're talking about like real
stuff. Because that's what practical effects is. At least I think so. That's my definition.
We'll go with that. We're going to stick with that. I don't know. It's good enough that I can't really tell. Let's go with that. Because there's a lot of stuff they'd have to do through CGI.
Yeah, that is practical effects. Okay. And yeah, like a lot of people complain about CGI, and I don't know.
If it's done well, it's not bad.
Yeah, if it's done I don't hardly ever notice it. And the only time I've actually noticed it is in animes, and that's because you can clearly tell it's not being drawn anymore. And they only do that because it would be a very big pain to draw that. And it's usually only for a couple of seconds when they do that. So, and it's very rare that I've seen that. I know it happens a lot more, but the parts where I've noticed it. So, CGI Mandalorian.
I guess it's all CGI. I guess there is no practical effects.
No, I'd 100% believe that. Because practical effects, they take longer to set up.
Yeah.
And since, like you said, CGI is so good now, it's as long as it's done well, it's hard to really tell the difference. And the nice thing about practical effects is if you mess up, or if something was wrong on the model, or you want to tweak something on the model, you don't have to reshoot it. You can just fix the model. So as long as the angles and stuff are still good, then you're good. For practical effect, it has a picture of a speed limit sign. I know why, because there's a crane there. Never mind, I understand.
No.
And now no one's going to know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Just Google practical effects. I'm not telling you to, but if you're curious, do
All
that.
right.
Because Google on the right side has a series of images where it tells you what practical effect is. And the first one has a speed limit sign that says 25. with what looks like older, like it looks like it was set in like an older time frame. It's got like cars from the 50s and 60s in it. What are you Googling?
I'm getting it's the end of the episode. That's what I'm doing.
Yay. Oh, that's what you're looking for.
I'm getting my famous last words all set up.
Your famous last words?
Yeah, do you have famous last words? Or did you forget them as soon as I asked for them?
I didn't have them this time. I was thinking of being witty and saying something like clearly wrong to do with maybe I can think of something. Nah. Go ahead. Because I'm probably going to be responding to this one too.
Yeah. What rock group has 4 men that don't sing?
Man, I figure I should know this because I think if I took long enough, I could figure it out. But like, no, what is it? You tell me.
Mount Rushmore.
Ah.